Between 19, I will do a talk on the Bevan Boy and the existence and how it started. Between 1939 and 1943, with national service being sorted out, a lot of miners decided to join the forces because they wanted to get out from the pit. By 1943, there was a shortfall of over 300,000 miners. A gentleman called Ernest Bevan decided to have one person in 10 of conscriptions to become a Bevan boy. So if you were unlucky enough to have your name pulled out of, I think it was the first letter of your surname, and for every 10th person, one of you would be ended up down in the pit. So between 1943 to 1948, 2 years after the war ended, you were a Bevan boy. Ernest Bevan is the gentleman. A lot of these guys had no idea what it was like to work down a pit. A lot of them could have been from farming industry, they could have been from the south of England, where there were no pits. You were just thrown into the deep end. The guys who worked down the pit, who were born and bred, especially in the valleys, knew what it was like to be working down a pit, and had the inkling of how to survive. A Bevan boy had no idea. They weren't liked by the regular pitmen. They weren't liked by families. You were treated with contempt. They didn't like you. They hated you. They gave you all the dirtiest jobs. Typical Germans, always late, like the Americans. They gave you the dirtiest, hardest, horriblest job that you could imagine. Quite often once the war had ended and their service was up, which was 2 years after the war officially ended, a lot of the Bevan boys stayed behind in the community where they were growing up and working as the pit. They were then known, an argument's sake is your name is Jones. For years you were Jones the Bevan boy. Your children who were growing up and say you are the son or daughter of Jones the Bevan boy, and that name stuck with them for life. It wasn't a very nice life for them. More Bevan boys died on the pit than regular miners because they were not used to it and they just hated it. As I said, it carried on till 1948. It's not the nicest jobs around to do. It was hard, it was dirty, as you can see. It was sweaty, it was back-breaking. And that is all I have to say on that one. Thank you. Any questions? But I won't answer them. Okay, thanks.
Arthur's my husband, so he works down the mines. I'm the housewife. I live down the bottom. But sadly, our house was hit by a bomb last night, slightly injured. So I've been relocated and brought up here, hopefully to be rehoused in this house here. So basically I've been brought up, medics are now going to sort myself and my sister out, and then we'll do a little scenario and show you how things would have happened, okay?
How you feeling? You right? I'm dressed as a first aider, a member of the Voluntary Aid Detachment, also known as the VADs. I'm part of the British Red Cross and I'm trained in first aid, but a lot of the nurses did clerk work or cook work in hospitals. But I'm part of the first aid post. What I'm wearing today is my working uniform, and I've got the blue ward dress on and the white apron, which I have to keep ironed and starched and very clean. On my head I've got the veil, and I also have to keep this very starched and very clean. So I'm going to patch these ladies up.
As a typical housewife, you would have had everybody wore an apron because you protected your dresses, because obviously there wasn't that many clothes around, so you sort of looked after your clothes a lot better than we do these days. I would have had a headscarf on to keep my hair clean. It's very dusty up here. And of course, the lovely sexy slippers, which are really nice and comfy. So this is a good event to wear them at. Basically, we'd have been rehoused and about 11 of us would have lived in there. I don't know how they'd have done it. It's a bit cramped, trying to cook and do all the housework. You're just a
Yeah, so when people's houses were bombed out, the WVS would have turned up with a wagon which would have been able to boil up and make cup of tea. So that was not just for those that were bombed out, but that was also for the people that had come to help. So that would have been the fire service, that would have been the home guard, that would have been any of the soldiers that had been called in, and we would have just brewed up, kept them with their tea, kept them with things like bread and butter pudding, and just really kept their morale up while they were trying to rescue people from their homes and just to help the support teams.
What about the budgie?
Oh, I'll just get the budgie. 2 seconds.
What's happened?
Come on, boys. Get on. Yep.
Yeah, you come on, boys.
That's enough now, Mrs. Jones.
They keep bombing my house. Get going, a pair of you. Don't come back. Good riddance. God,
Nice cup of tea. Cheers, everybody.
thank you, guys.
Hello.
Oh, no.